Welcome everyone. In this course, we're going to talk about how to set up AI detection zones, including how to create, draw, and configure all the parameters to get them up and working. This is going to be a 4-part series, with this being part 1. So what is an AI detection zone? An AI detection zone is a zone drawn within the image. Here you can see the blue lines that indicate the zone that is drawn within the viewing image. The zone can be drawn with up to 6 points and can cover almost the entire image, although it's recommended to always leave a little bit of space around the edge of your scene so that the object has a chance to be seen from outside moving into the AI detection zone. Turing allows for 2 different types of detection, one being an intrusion zone and the other being what we call an enter area. Now, there's a lot of different names for different types of detection zones that you can create within CCTV. I'm sure you've heard before of line crossing, tripwire, region entrance, region exit. All those are a different type of VCA, or video content analytic or analysis, depending on how you want to use that acronym. And all that means, again, is that zone drawn that the event needs to take place within, around, on, near, depending on the type of VCA. In this case, again, we have intrusion on the left here, and then we have enter area. Now, the biggest difference between intrusion and enter area is going to be 2 things. The first is time threshold, which you can change the amount of time the object has to be classified and within that region. And the other is going to be percentage. Now, percentage is not used very often as far as changing that, but all that's saying is this entire region here, if you broke it up into 100 little tiny boxes, that 1% of that needs to be, the object needs to come in and fill up at least 1% of that entire box in order for that to also meet that classification of a triggered event. So in most cases, it's not going to ever hurt anything to leave it at 1 on default. Let's look at enter area. Enter area, you see here, we do not have that time threshold. So again, it's set to 0. So as soon as the event meets the criteria of sensitivity, minimum and max size within that region, it's going to immediately trigger that event. There's no time delay. Now, the bigger question comes, how do you know which one to use where? And again, that answer is really within the differences of how they operate. So I'm going to make a couple rules of thumb to make it easy. Anytime I can use intrusion that I can have a time threshold, I like to have at least 2 seconds, but usually 1 to 2 is going to be perfect for what I need. What I'm trying to accomplish is that when an object comes in, I want it to classify that object. I want it to come within this zone. And if you cannot go through or make it out of the zone in less than that 1 to 2 seconds, it's going to remain in there. Again, obviously a person, unless they're Usain Bolt, they're not going to make it from this side to the other side in less than 2 seconds, right? They're going to take their time, walk across through there. Even if they were riding a bicycle, they have to be going very quickly to get through there that fast. So that's going to say I can set an intrusion for this and allow that object to have enough time to come in, classify that object, and see that it's that same objects for 1,000, 2, 1,000, now trigger the event. All I'm trying to do is put in better data into the AI, and it helps eliminate some things like reflections from headlights off the side of another vehicle, heavy rain and or snow, some of those things when objects inside of it. It's going to help not send as much bad data in, so therefore just make sure we get better data out.